The arrest of influential leaders in connection with the fake Bhutanese refugee scam has swept the headlines for a few weeks now. While investigations are underway with high-profile leaders in custody and speculations rife of more names being linked to the crime, other crucial works like the appointment of the Chief Justice have been overshadowed. Good morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanama. Let's begin with the headlines of the hour. Parliamentary committee meeting yet to be held despite the lapse of 2 weeks since its formation. Hearings on the recommendation for Chief Justice yet to take place. Corruption watchdog CIA remains silent on the Bhutanese refugee scam despite the alleged involvement of its own leadership, raising questions on its intention. Former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan returns home to tens of thousands of jubilant supporters, calls Pakistan's judiciary a protection against the law of the jungle following his bail. And Novak Djokovic marks his return from injury with a hard-fought second-round victory over Argentine Thomas Martin Etcheverry at the Italian Open. Hearings on the recommendations made by the Constitutional Council is yet to be held despite the lapse of 2 weeks since the formation of parliamentary committees. This has affected the appointment of Chief Justice while the Supreme Court has been functioning without a leadership for the past 15 months. The Constitutional Council has recommended acting Chief Justice Hari Krishna Karki for the vacant post, while Binod Sharma, Neeta Gautam Dixit and D.N. Parajuli had earlier been recommended for justices. The Parliament has formed issue-wise parliamentary committee. However, parties have yet to finalize the names of the members of joint committee, and this has affected many committee works. Based on parliamentary regulations, hearings can be organized in presence of senior-most member of the committee in case committee chair has not been appointed. As the fake Bhutanese refugee scam deepens with high-profile political bigwigs dragged into the case, the corruption watchdog CIA has also found itself amid controversy. Chief Commissioner Prem Kumar Rai's involvement has also been suspected in the scam, as Rai was the Home Secretary when a report on the case of Bhutanese refugee was presented by the ministry. The Commission has been charged of ignoring the complaints filed by the victims. The silence on behalf of the Commission on the Bhutanese refugee scam has given room to suspect of foul play. Sources have now claimed that Chief Commissioner Rai will also be investigated in the case. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse, brought to you by Prabhu Bank, risen for your success. Valley Public High School, Sundarbasti, Buda Nilkantha. Global College International, Meet Manesar, Kathmandu. Sundartaka lagi Rose Face Soap.
The question is, what's your take on the continued silence of anti-graft body CIA in the fake Bhutanese refugee case? Your options are A, fear of being dragged, B, teethless commission, and C, not in the jurisdiction. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. The Standing Committee meeting of main opposition CPN-UML is currently underway at the party's office in Lalitpur's Chasal. Yesterday, the main opposition had decided to mobilize all the 341 Central Committee members to the local levels for 1 year. The Central Committee meeting at the party headquarters Chasal had decided to mobilize the Central Committee members to the 753 local levels. The decision has been taken to strengthen grassroots structures. The Central Committee leaders drew the attention towards poor grassroots organizations, which they said resulted in the heavy defeat during the recent by-elections. They also said that the episode of Party Secretary Top Bahadur Raimaji has tarnished the image of the party. We'll take a short break here. More news coming up. In our Public Voice segment, we've asked people in several provinces what should be done to make health services more affordable. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
तीनै तहको सरकारले अनुगमन नियमन र चाहिँ जनताको गुनासालाई तत्काल सम्बोधन गर्ने काम अगाडि बढाइयो भनेदेखि
स्वास्थ्य नीति बनाउन त बनाए तर यसलाई चाहिँ कार्यान्वयन हुन सकेको छैन।
पैसा हुनेहरुलाई त सजिलै छ, राम्रै छ, नहुनेहरुलाई चाहिँ निकै समस्या छ। त्यसमा अलि ध्यान पुर्याइदिनु पर्यो सरकारले
नै अनुगमन गरेर हो
पोलिसी लेभलमै हो यसमा गर्ने।
डाक्टरको पनि फिस पनि बढी भइसकेछ। अहिले त सरकारले धेरै कुरामा कमी गर्नु पर्यो।
स्वास्थ्य बीमा चाहिँ गाउँघरहरुमा चाहिँ सबैतिर चाहिँ के रे राख्यो भने
उपचार गर्न पाइरहेको अवस्था छ नि। सरकारले क्लिनिकहरुमा त्यो कमसेकम चाहिँ महिनामा हप्तामा डाक्टरहरुको व्यवस्था गर्यो भने
अस्पताल हुन्छन्, कलेजहरु हुन्छन्, यिनीहरुलाई
खोल्ने व्यवस्था सहज रूपमा गर्नुपर्छ।
डाक्टरको फी पनि अलिकति कम गर्नुपर्ने छ।
एउटा व्यापारको अन्तर्गत चाहिँ स्वास्थ्य सेवा गइराखेको छ, त्यो चाहिँ सेवा अन्तर्गतको हो। बरु डाक्टरहरूको लागि के गर्नुपर्ने हो त्यो चाहिँ राज्यले हेर्नुपर्छ।
Time now for the international update. Former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan returned to his home in Lahore earlier this morning as tens of thousands of supporters gathered outside. The former cricket star turned politician was greeted with cheers from jubilant supporters who threw rose petals and set off fireworks as his vehicle approached just after 3 a.m. local time. A Pakistani court ordered Khan's release on bail for 2 weeks yesterday after his arrest in a land fraud case ignited deadly protests and a tussle with Pakistan's powerful military. Khan said late yesterday after leaving the High Court in Islamabad that he had been delayed by the police, who said they feared for his safety. Speaking to journalists inside the court early on Friday, Khan welcomed the court's order and said the judiciary was Pakistan's only protection against the law of the jungle. The arrest, which the Supreme Court ruled invalid and unlawful a day earlier, has fueled instability in the nation of 220 million at a time of economic crisis with record inflation, anemic growth and delayed IMF funding. The 70-year-old cricket hero turned politician was ousted as Prime Minister in April 2022 in a parliamentary no-confidence vote and is Pakistan's most popular leader according to opinion polls. Main prime ministerial candidates of Thailand's political parties have made a final push to rally supporters ahead of a crunch general election. After nearly a decade of a government that was led or backed by its royalist military, some 52 million eligible voters in Southeast Asia's second-largest economy will head to polling stations tomorrow when voters will choose whether to stay the course with military-linked conservatives or opt for a change. Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha, a former army chief who ushered in years of military rule with a 2014 coup, is hoping to lead conservative forces to victory over an opposition led by populist Pheu Thai party backed by the billionaire Shinawatra family. Opinion polls show the Pheu Thai is likely to win most seats, continuing its string of strong performances in every vote since 2001, including twice in landslides. Its candidates for Prime Minister include Pheu Thongtarn Shinawatra, the youngest daughter of family patriarch Thaksin Shinawatra, and real estate mogul Sreta Thavisin, both of whom have limited political experience. Move Forward Party, another key opposition group, has seen a late-stage surge and is banking on young people, including 3.3 million eligible first-time voters aged 18 to 22. The party has promised big changes, ranging from tackling business monopolies and ending military conscription to amending a strict law on royal insults that critics say is used to stifle dissent. But a big question hanging over the election is whether the military-dominated establishment will let the will of the people take its course with the formation of a new government. Snow fell in parts of northern Spain after months without any rain and high temperatures, which made it feel more like summer than spring. The freak snowfall happened in La Raya, a mountainous area of Asturias, while hailstones and heavy rain fell in Mediterranean parts of Spain, including Catalonia and Valencia, after months without a drop of rain. The country has registered the driest start to a year since records started, the Spanish state weather forecaster AEMET said on Wednesday, with less than half the average rainfall during the first 4 months of 2023. So far this year, Spain has recorded 11 hotter than normal days, more than twice the number typically observed during a full year time. We've got more news coming up, but right now it's time for yet another short break. Welcome back. It's time now for the sports update.
Sports news.
Bangladesh beat Ireland by 3 wickets in a dramatic second one-day international at Chelmsford to take 1-0 lead in the series. Set 320 to win a match reduced to 45 overs aside by rain. Bangladesh triumphed with 3 balls to spare thanks to Mushfiqur Rahim's 36 not out. Najmul Hossain Shanto made 117 and Tawheed Ridoy 68 to set up their chase. Harry Tector hit 140 off 113 balls and George Dockrell an unbeaten 74 of 47 in Ireland's 319. The final match of the series takes place at the same venue later today. Ireland, who needed to win the series 3-0 to retain hope of automatic World Cup qualification, will compete in a 10-team qualifying tournament in Zimbabwe starting next month. And up next is the weather update. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.